Hello everyone. Now today we'll start with our next topic from our unit number 2, that is nothing but polygon filling. So which are the contents we are going to cover today is polygon filling introduction. Then we have to see the connectivity of the pixel, that is 4 connected and 8 connected pixels, and then we are going to see the two algorithms of polygon filling, that is boundary fill and the flood fill. So let's start with the session. So filling is nothing but a process where we are going to color a fixed area or a region. So this area or region can be divided into the two parts named as pixel level, and another region is divided that can be called as a geometric level regions. So how we are going to divide this algorithm in the different parts? So whenever we are saying we are designing the regions with the pixel level, in that case the polygon filling algorithms are having different algorithm named as boundary fill algorithm, flood fill algorithm, edge fill algorithm, and the last is fence fill algorithm. So these are the four algorithm of polygon filling which comes under when your regions are defined at pixel level. Whenever we are dividing or designing our regions with a geometrical level, at that time we have having a different algorithms, and the name of that algorithm is a scanline fill algorithm. So these 5 polygon filling algorithm we have to see, which are defined according to their regions and at which level the regions are designed. If it is designed at the pixel level, then we are having 4 algorithms. If it is designed at a scan that is geometric level, then we are having a scanline fill algorithm. Now let's start with a connected pixel. So what is the connected pixel? There are two techniques in which the way you can connect or consider the pixels, they are connected to each other. So connected pixels are again divided into the two types, that is a 4 connected pixel and 8 connected pixel. So what is the 4 connected and 8 connected? Let's see. So we'll start with the 4 connected pixel. In this connection of the pixels, they will require the 4 neighbor pixel, as its name indicates the 4 connected. So the middle pixel or the pixel for which we are finding the connected pixel, that will have the 4 neighbor pixels. So we have to assume one pixel, that will be my current pixel, and for that we are finding the 4 connected pixel. So let's start with a pixel, that is my current pixel, which is having its coordinates like x comma y. So with this coordinate we are going to find the neighboring 4 pixel. How we are finding? So we are going to find the pixels which is at the right side of that current pixel. So this is what the right pixel. Then we have to find the above pixel, which is the second pixel. The next pixel is the left pixel we are finding, and then down pixel or a below pixel of that current pixel. So in this way we are finding the 4 connected pixels, in which we are finding the left neighbor, right neighbor, then upper, then lower, left. These are the 4 pixels we have to find, and this thing is called as a 4 connected pixels. The same way we are having another type of connection, that is called as a 8 connected pixel. In that again we are starting with our current pixel, and then we are finding the pixel location of that current pixel, and then neighboring 8 pixels we have to find regarding to that current pixel. So how we are going to find? So this is what my current pixel, which is having its coordinates called as a x comma y. With that coordinate we are going to find out the 8 another pixels. Now you can see here, this is what the pixel 1, 2, 3, these are the pixel number 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now in that case you can see that the pixel number 2, 4, 5 and 7, these are the pixels are like a 4 connected pixel, means a left, above, right, above, left and below. So these are pixels like a 4 connected pixel, that is pixel number 2, 4, 5 and 7. Whenever we are saying the pixel as a 1 and 8, so they are called as a diagonal pixel. 1, 8 are the diagonal pixels. Same way 3 and 6 are nothing but a diagonal pixel. So why we are having these different categories of the pixel, that is 8 connected and 4 connected, and what is the benefit of this 8 connected, that we have to see. So we can see this the benefit in this diagram of 4 and 8 connected pixel. So whenever we want to fill the polygon or interior of that polygon, suppose this is my polygon triangle. If I want to fill, and if I am trying to fill that polygon with the 4 connected pixel, so how I am going to find out? So first of all I will find out the middle pixel, and then according to that middle pixel I will find out the left, then right, left, above, left pixel and the below pixel. So in this way we are going to cover or fill our interior of the polygon. But whenever we have to cover the edges of a polygon, so in figure number 2 you can see in next figure, if I want to cover this edge, if I want to cover this edge of the polygon, so whenever I want to cover this edge like a diagonal pixels, you can see here these are the diagonal pixel. So whenever I want to fill this diagonal pixels, so there is an absence of the diagonal pixels in this 4 coloring pixels, right? So in that we don't have this diagonal pixel A and B. So these pixels will get missed while coloring or filling the interior of the polygon. So this is what the benefit of 8 connected pixel, that we can cover a diagonal pixel A like A and B pixels you can see in this diagram. So with that we can have another pixels like a 4 connected pixel, means we can cover the A and B also, and we can cover this 4 connected pixels, and the remaining pixels are this pixel that we not going to cover. So in this way we can fill the polygon and we can fill the diagonal of that edges. So this is what the benefit of this 8 connected pixel. Then with this 8 and the 4 connected pixels, we are going to see the next algorithms of the filling, that is boundary fill algorithm, or we are having the flood fill algorithm. So starting with the boundary fill algorithm, this algorithm is a very simple type of polygon filling, and which is going to use the recursive method, means we are calling the functions again and again, that is called as a recursion. So in functions we are calling the same function again and again, that is called as a recursion. So what will be the starts of this? So we are starting with the one point which we are assuming that that point will surely inside of that polygon, and this point I am going to be called as a seed pixel or a seed point, which is nothing but a point from which we are starting the filling process of this polygon filling. So we are going to be assume one pixel, that is called as a seed pixel. The algorithm checks to see if that seed pixel has a boundary pixel color or not. So what I am going to do, whenever I am finding my seed pixel, I will check whether that seed pixel is having the color of boundary or not. So how we are going to find? Now we'll start with the seed pixel that I am calling as a seed point. This point I will check whether this point is having the color of boundary. Now here the color of boundary is brown, so this current pixel is not having the color of boundary. So what we have to do over here? So whenever my answer is no, means my seed pixel is not having the color of a boundary. So what I am going to do here? Then I will fill that polygon with the color of boundary. Now here I will make I am going to change the color pixel of that color with the color of boundary. So in this way you can see here the pixel color is changing, and it is having the color of a boundary color. With that I am going to make the recursive call. So here the recursion method we are to use, means in that recursion what we are going to do, we are finding the neighboring pixels. So here we are finding the neighboring pixels of that all the pixels. So in this way we are finding the neighboring pixels, and this is called as a recursion you can say. So I am calling the recursive call for this pixels which are having the color of boundary. So in this way we can have the different color of boundary with the recursion. So with that we are starting with the left boundary, and with this left boundary again we are finding its neighboring pixels, and in this way we are going to color this polygon. And if my answer is yes, means the initial pixel, that is seed pixel, is having its boundary color, so no need to change the color of that pixel. Directly you can have the recursion call to that function, so that we can have its left, right and above below pixels to be find out. So in this way we are working with this boundary fill algorithm. So what is the algorithm steps exactly? Let's see. So in this we'll start with an algorithm. First thing, we are calling the function, or we are designing the function that is called as a bfill, a boundary fill. In that, we are going to provide the coordinate x comma y. What is this coordinate? These are the coordinates of your current pixel or a SID pixel, that is starting pixel, and you have to fill that boundary, or you have to fill that polygon with a new color. So that's why I have passed these three parameters, that is x, y and the new color. So these are my three parameters. With that, I have to start my algorithm. So what initially I am going to do, I will find the current pixel. That current pixel is nothing but my third pixel, and how I am going to find out that pixel? By using the get pixel functions. So these get pixels are taking the coordinates same like x and y coordinate. So with this x and y coordinate, I will find out my current pixel. So what will be the next thing? I have to check whatever the color of that current pixel. So I will check whether that current pixel is having a new color, right? So I will check whatever the new color I have mentioned, whether that current pixel is having its new color. So if it is not having its new color, with that current pixel if is not having its boundary color also. Boundary fill algorithm, the name indicates that we have to fill that polygon with the color of boundary, right? So I will check whether my current pixel is not having its boundary color or it is not having its new color. Then and then only we have to change the color of a pixel. So in that case, we have to put pixel with that new color. Means what I am going to do, I am changing the color of that current pixel x comma y with a new color. When that current pixel is not having a new color, or that current pixel is not having the boundary color. So in that case, I am going to change the color. So you can see here the color is changed with the brown color. Right, that is nothing but my new color or a boundary color. So in this way I am going to change a color of that pixel. What the next thing we have to do? Then we have to find out its left, right and above, below pixel. So how I am going to find out? Then I will call the recursive function. Now you can see here we are calling the function. Bfill is nothing but a function in which I am passing the parameter as a x plus 1, means the next pixel, right? X plus 1 means which pixel? The right pixel with the same y coordinate. So this is what the right pixel. For that pixel I am calling passing the color called as a new color. So this is called as a recursion. In this we are calling a new function over here with a parameter change. And what is the parameter is change over here? That I am passing the x plus 1. Means y will be same, only the next coordinate or a next pixel I have to select, that is the right pixel. So what we are going to do here? So I am selecting a pixel like this. So for this pixel I am calling the function. Then again I will call the next function, the next recursion call for the x minus 1, means I am calling the function for a left pixel. Then I will call the function for a right pixel. Same way I am calling the above pixel, then the below pixel. So in this way the recursion functions will calling the pixels which are on the left, right and above and below. That is a 4 connectivity we are using here to fill our polygon. So in this way we are filling a polygon with this pixel, 4 connected pixels. So in this way we are going to work with this boundary fill algorithm. Then this pixels will get color with the new color, right? Again with that new color we are having its 4 connected pixels. So for this current pixel we are finding the 4 connected pixels. Now what will be the drawback of this boundary fill algorithm? So as we are using the more recursion function or recursive function, whenever there will be a recursive calling, at that time it will require a time as well as the memory. Why the memory? Because we require one stack to store that functions or things we are called before this function. Whatever the things or calculation we have done before calling the recursive function, that all we have to store onto the system stack. And that's why the recursive functions, there is a chance that system stack may become full, or there will be a condition of overflow of that stack. So in this way we are requiring the memory. And again the boundary fill algorithm is having one limitation, that whenever we are having a different color of boundary, means one side of a triangle, one edge is in with the different color, another edge is having a different color. So in that case, if the polygon is having boundaries with the different colors, then this boundary fill algorithms will get fail. So these are the two drawbacks we can say. We require more time and the more memory because of a stack overflow may happens there, and because of recursion we are requiring the more memory. With that we can have another limitation. If that polygon is having a different boundary colors, then in that case this algorithm gets fail. So this is what the drawback, and this drawback we are going to cover in our next algorithm, that is called as a flood fill algorithm. So what is this algorithm? So another name of this flood fill is also called as a seed fill algorithm, or it is also called as a forest fire fill algorithm. So these are two another names. So question can be like a write down a flood fill algorithm for a polygon filling, or it may be a you have to write down the seed fill algorithm or a forest fire fill algorithm. So why its name is like, because it's spread from a single point, that is called as a seed point, in all the directions. As it is spreading, that's its name is called as a seed fill or a forest fire fill algorithm. As the forest fire is spreading in all the direction, same way the boundary color filling is also moving with that seed point pixel. So the limitations of the boundary fill, whatever we have seen in before a slide, that all will have to overcome in this flood fill algorithm. So like boundary fill algorithm, this algorithm also begin with the seed pixel. Same way in boundary fill we are starting with one pixel, what is called as a seed pixel. Same seed pixel we are working with that. We have to find out the pixel which should be surely inside of that polygon. Now instead of checking the boundary color, now we are going to check whether that pixel is having the polygon's original color, means a previous or old color. Now we are not checking with the boundary color of that polygon, but we are going to check whether that pixel is having the polygon's original colors. Right, that will be a previous or old color. That may be a previous color or old color. When it means what, whenever I have drawn my polygon and that polygon color is a white color, now I want to change the color of that polygon with the blue. So what I am going to check with the seed pixel, whether my seed pixel is having the previous color means a white color, or that old color is white color. So in this way we are not going to check with the boundary, but we are going to check with a original color of a polygon. So how it will be work, let's see. Now instead of checking with the boundary color, we are going to check with the polygon's origin color. How? If that polygon is having its original color, means if that condition is yes, then we have to fill that pixel with a new color. We are going to fill that pixel with new color of that polygon, means we are going to color with that pixel with a blue color. And then again we have to make the recursion for the neighboring pixels of that current pixel. If answer is no, means your current pixel is not having the original color of polygon, means it is not having the old color of polygon, then what we have to do, then the color of polygon is already changed, and in that case you have to just apply the recursion over there. So you can, in this diagram we can see that we are having a rectangle, and the rectangle having 4 sides, and all the sides are having a different color like orange, red, green and blue. So these are the different sides of polygon which are having a different color over there. So how we are going to deal with this? So for that we are having an algorithm. So how this algorithm is going to be work? So here we are again starting with our function. Now the function name is ffill, that is a flood fill. Here the same parameter we are going to pass as we are passing in the boundary fill algorithm. So parameters are called as x and y, that is coordinates of your seed pixel. With that I am passing one parameter called as a new color. So whatever the color we want for a polygon, that we are mentioning with that new color parameter. So starting with the current pixel, I want my seed pixel, so I am mentioning that as a current is equal to get pixel with whatever the x and y coordinates I have passed. So with that x and y coordinate I am getting my current pixel, and with that current pixel I am showing this pixel over here. So this is the current pixel. What I am going to check over here, So with this current pixel, I am going to check whether that current pixel is having a new color, that I have to check. Yes or no. In that we have to get an answer. So whether my current pixel is having a new color, if it is not, means if my current is not equal to the new color, then what I have to check, I have to change the color of that pixel x comma y with that new color. So you can see here, if this color is my new color, then I am changing the color pixel with that pixel color. Okay, that color pixel is going to be changed with that new color, whatever I want that color to be filled by that polygon. Then next I am calling a recursive function over here. That a recursion is same function we are calling, the function itself calling to that function, that is called as a recursion. So function is calling to itself here with a change in a parameter. The parameter is nothing but we are changing x minus 1 or x plus 1 or y minus 1, y plus 1, right? So in this way we are calling the or we are checking the next 4 connected pixel, that is left, right, etc. So for this x minus 1 or x plus 1, we are changing the pixels. So you can see here the color of pixels are getting changed over here. So whenever I am saying x plus 1, so x plus 1 will be here, right? Then with that I am having a x plus 1 coordinate with that x minus 1 coordinate. So in this way we can find this is what my central pixel. With that I am having a pixel x minus 1 over here, with that x plus 1 pixel over here, that is left and right pixel. For that we are called a recursion function. With that y minus 1 means a below pixel, right? So for this below pixel we have called this recursion function, and here the pixel color is getting changed. Then the next pixel is a y plus 1, that is upper pixel. For this upper pixel we are filling that pixel with the new color, again its color get changed. So in this way we are working with this algorithm of flood fill, and with that algorithm what we are going to do, we are again finding the next pixel, as we are calling it as a recursion, right? So whenever this pixel x minus 1 is calling, so for this flood fill again we are going to find out its neighboring pixel. For this x plus 1, these are the neighboring pixels, so we are going to change the color of that neighboring pixel likewise. So in this way we are filling our polygon from pixel to pixel. As we are moving for further pixels we are going to cover like this. So in this way we are going to fill our polygon with this flood fill algorithm. So here what is the drawback we are going to cover from this boundary fill is that if we are having a different boundaries of our polygon, then we can fill that polygon with a new color. So no need to check that color with a boundary color, because whenever I am going to change a current pixel with a color of boundary, so we are having a different boundary color, that is we are sometimes we have to check it with orange, we have to check it with green color or a purple color likewise. So in this way whenever we are checking the color with the boundary and boundary colors are different, so it will get some difficulties over there while we are filling the polygon. So to remove such a drawback, what we can do, we are not going to compare that color with the boundary, but instead of comparing that with the boundary we are going to directly check that color with the new color, or you can say the previous color of that polygon. So in this way we are going to check that with the new color, or here we can check with that and we can check with the color, old color of that polygon. So that also condition we can have over here to checking the color of that pixel. So in this way we are going to fill our polygon. So we have seen the two methods, that is flood fill and boundary fill method. The next two method of this pixel level are the edge fill and the fence fill, that we are going to cover in the next topics. Next video lecture. So what can be the questions on this are like list the various polygon filling algorithms. So in this we have to list all the types which comes under the pixel level regions or the geometric level regions. So this 5 algorithms filling list should be there. Then enlist any 3 methods of polygon filling. Explain how the polygon is filled with the pattern. So here also we can have the different 3 methods. So up till now we have seen the two methods. We are going to cover the next method in the next lecture. Then the question can be write a boundary fill algorithm. What is the polygon filling? Explain the boundary fill. Then explain the seed fill algorithm with example. Then write the algorithm to fill the polygon area using the flood fill method, or write the flood fill algorithm. So whenever the concepts are like a flood fill algorithm, so you have to write down the algorithmic steps of that algorithm, and you have to explain that algorithm with its example. So today we are going to stop over here. Thank you all of you.